Hi everyone, DJ here. Welcome to Show Some All the Hats I Got and Plan for Zombies Battle for Neighborville Part 15. Overlap part of Show Some All the Hats I Got and Plan for Zombies Battle for Neighborville I have shown was Super Brain's hats. If y'all didn't see that video, make go check that part before this one. But today, the next hat we are showing for the next character is pretty much a action hero. And pretty much is, we have some very interesting hats by the way, and y'all can probably see it for the first one by the way. So, I'll wait no time. As always, let's get right into this. So, let's start off with the first hat, by the way. And the first hat is pretty much the action camera. Now, when I first time saw this hat, by the way, which I can't believe I'm actually going to say this. When I first time saw this hat, it's literally, and I mean literally, it's a actual movie theater camera, by the way. Like, a literal, like, action camera, by the way. Which is, like, funny to me, by the way. But when you also look at it, by the way, it pretty much has, like, engines on it, by the way. Which is also the weird part, by the way, because this is like the most strangest hat to start off with, by the way. And the funny thing is, this is pretty much a legendary hat, by the way. So I have no idea what type of reaction this hat had, by the way. I believe it's from Mr. Roytron 9000 because it's gotta be, because I don't remember like literally unlocking like a hat like this, by the way, because most of all, if I had like a hat like this from Rux, it'd been very something. But still, this is a something hat, by the way. I just don't know why does he has a whole entire camera in his head, by the way. Like, that's just so strange to me, by the way. But I guess it does look cool, by the way. I mean, I don't know reaction to this hat, by the way, so I'm literally gonna try it on my own time for see for myself. But still, this is a alright hat. Alright. The next hat is the Battlecat Blast hat. It's another reaction hat, by the way. I think I do remember wearing this hat, by the way. I forgot what this is from, by the way. I think it's either from Mr. Roytron 9000 or pretty much the prize wall. Because most of all, like, I have so many hats in this game, by the way. Like, literally have so many hats in this game, it's pretty much ridiculous. But, like, this hat right here is pretty much cool. It's a little, like, let me see. It's a tiger, like a tiger mech hat, by the way, which I can pretty much call it. So it's pretty much cool. But I don't think there's nothing wrong about it, by the way. I do like how in the back, by the way, it has like kind of like the whole time like headband, by the way. It look like tickets, by the way, that's pretty much like coming out of it, by the way. So which is very something. But still, this is one of the most very interesting hats I remember wearing, by the way. I haven't worn this hat in like a very, 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 very long time. So I have no idea what this hat pretty much looks like when it's in reaction. So I might have to go ahead and check it my own time, pretty much see for myself. But still, this is a cool legendary hat, by the way. If you guys don't have it, it's probably in Mr. Worldtron 9000. So let's go ahead and pretty much show the next hat. The next hat is the Luchadorable, which is interesting. So we got another change of hat color to your liking. Just how many times? Alright, so we got, it's pretty much brown, purple, red, black. Is that yellow? No, that's orange. Okay, that's orange. And that's white. Okay. Also, why does this hat look like a whole entire wrestler for some reason? It literally like a whole entire wrestler or like a character from like Brawlhalla. I mean, it literally looks like it, by the way. But this is a very interesting hat, by the way. It has literally like a whole entire mask on there with like the little pigtail. So we're like the weird pigtail and pretty much the that too, by the way. So that is very something as well. I have no idea what else I can pretty much say for this hat, by the way. I mean, it's a super rare hat, so which is pretty much cool. But I have never wear this hat. Literally, I have never even wear this hat in like at all for a action hero, because if I have, then I probably wouldn't know much about this hat. But still, I have no idea, because most of all, like these hats that I have is like just something else, by the way. But still, this is a interesting hat. That's literally all I can say for this one. That's literally all I can say for this one. Yeah. But still, alright hat. Alright, so let's go ahead and show the next one. The next one is pretty much, well, not pretty much for the costume actually, but the next one is pretty much the groovy hair. It's part of the groovy smooth set. So let's see it. And oh my god. Oh wow. This is a interesting set. Why does he have tape? Why do you have tape in your mouth? Well, not really a tape, but literally a whole entire groovy mix literally tape. Like, why? Why do you have that inside your mouth? That is so disgusting. and also weird at the same time. Okay, hold on. Okay, so here is pretty much the set, by the way. Okay, I tell you what, I do like that the hat, by the way, like the hair and headphones. That's probably the whole time like hat I would probably be wearing for a action hero. But like the tape, why the tape? The tape is kind of a little bit just like, it's weird. Okay. I can pretty much say for this is a cool set though. I do like the shoe as well, but like, just like the tape is just killing it for me. The tape is just literally killing it for me. By the way, like, why do you have a whole tire? I could pretty just say a whole tire record tape actually. Why do you have a whole tire record tape in your mouth? By the way, like literally, why? Well, I'm actually, you know what? I don't have to say that because most of all, this is Plant for a Zombie. So, like I said before, Plant for a Zombie is pretty much described of weird, by the way. So you can pretty much just see anything weird, especially like this one right here, by the way. So that is very something. But still, I do like the only thing I do like about the set is pretty much just the hair and the hat. So that is pretty much cool, by the way. So if you guys like the set, that's really fine with me. I just hopefully don't have pretty much with the glue remix with it, by the way, because it looks weird. But still. Cool set. Alright. So let's go ahead and pretty much show off the next hat. Alright, the next hat is the Rainbow Fantastic Hair. It's part of the Rainbow Bling set. Alright, let's see the whole entire set. Oh my god. Okay. This is, wow. That is interesting. I think I feel like I have worn this set before or something like that. So we literally got a whole entire girl A action hero on here, by the way. And wow, this looks very something. Hold on. Look at that. That is very something. Okay, I do like the set. Okay. I know this set is pretty much weird for A action hero, but I actually do like it. I do love how he has like the weird hairstyle. It's kind of like a rainbow going on with like messed up. Then you have like the whole entire like the mask, the lipstick, by the way, like literally the glitter lipstick, and then pretty much like the shoe as well with like the whole entire nail polish. That's pretty much cool. Like that is really like something else right there. But still, this is like this is the most strangest set I ever seen that Plant for a Zombie ever gave to a action hero. Like that is very something. But still, I mean, I think I do remember mostly wearing some of the set, by the way. I think I remember wearing the hairstyle, by the way. It was pretty much like funny to me, by the way. But the rest of it, by the way, I have no idea. I think I also probably remember wearing the mask too, but I think the only the hair and the mask I pretty wear, by the way. But still, this is pretty much a good set, by the way. This is like something I'll pretty much like be wearing if it was like pretty much like April Fool's or something like that. But still, good set, good set. I do like the hair, I do like the hat, just basically everything. So nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and pretty much show off the next hat. The next hat is the Mighty Mistake helmet, part of the Mighty Mistake set. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. Okay. He got a cast on his foot. He got a cast on his foot. Okay. Okay, you know, this feels like something that will probably happen maybe in real life, by the way. And I'm not trying to make it as like a funny joke, by the way. I'm actually serious. Well, I think the most of the cast one is probably the most part of it, by the way. I would have questioned, how do you have a whole tire like wheel on your whole tire like hat, by the way, if you're driving like a motorcycle? Believe it or not, by the way, I am not driving a motorcycle in real life. That is definitely not happening, by the way, because most of all, I have seen some people have gotten like just a lot of mistakes, by the way. I'm not gonna pretty much talk about what I just instantly happened over like years ago, by the way, because I want to keep that private to myself, by the way, because I'm glad that he's not driving a motorcycle again, by the way. All I can tell that he lost one of his teeth. Like literally, he actually lost one of his teeth while you're driving that motorcycle, by the way. And believe it, I'm not gonna give him a name, by the way. I'm not gonna pretty much tell you who he is, by the way. I'm just gonna tell you like what happened to the person, because I thought he was gonna die in that time, by the way. It actually made me a little bit sad. I'm glad he's alive, but still, like, believe me out there, by the way, you gotta stay safe out there, by the way, cause like driving, by the way, like literally driving a motorcycle is not fun. It might be fun and like for you, but like to me, it's just like I just feel a little bit scared when everyone drives a motorcycle in real life. It's just like I just like driving like fast, like Just basically just saying fast. That's all I'm gonna say. Just basically fast, and then you just start crashing to something, and then you can probably be injured. But I just want to get that out of the way. But still, like this set right here is pretty just kind of remind me of it. By the way, I don't know why the wheel though. By the way, but like the cast will probably make more sense. But the hat and the wheel and probably the mustache, especially the is that the eye patch? Yeah, the eye patch as well. Okay, so yeah. So this is a pretty much a alright set, by the way. I'm sorry if I had to talk about that. It's just thinking about that day I saw, by the way, that happened. Someone told me, by the way. It's just gonna be on my mind for a little bit, by the way. So yeah, but still, cool set down. All right, so let's go ahead and show off the next hat. The next hat is pretty much the Glam Town. It's pretty much a you already know. So pretty much we have is pretty much the brown color, the orange color, the purple color, the red color, the black color, and the white color. But pretty much is the blonde color, by the way, so which is cool. Actually, when I first saw this hat, by the way, because I do remember wearing this hat, by the way, doesn't it remind me of a Street Fighter character named Poison? I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of the character, by the way. I'm just saying it, like, because, like, the hat, by the way. Because the hat kind of, like, describes a Poison. Because Poison does wear a hat pretty much in Street Fighter, by the way. And I thought, like, literally, this hat literally just looked like Poison from Street Fighter. So that is pretty much cool. But still, this is one of the most very interesting hats and pretty much hairstyles at the same time, by the way. Because I do like how punk the hairstyle is, by the way. Like, look at that. And I can see a action hero wearing some hat like this, by the way. Well, pretty much the hairstyle. I don't know about the hat usually, but still. This is a cool hairstyle to wear, by the way. It's a very cool hairstyle / hat, so which is pretty much nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and show off the next one. The next one is the Slithering, the Slithering scale cap. So, yeah, we already know about the changing hat color to your liking. So, pretty much we have is that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So let's stick with the regular one. I think I also do remember wearing this hat too, by the way. I think I do, but still, this is a very interesting hat. I do like how I got the snakes as like the headband. That's funny. I do like that, by the way. It's kind of giving off like some kind of I wouldn't say like I would say maybe like not no like Indiana Jones or something like that, because you know Indiana Jones don't wear no hat like this. But it's kind of like some safari. There we go. Safari hat, by the way. I feel like I'm wearing like a whole entire safari hat for a action hero. So which is very something. I can't really much say about this hat because I haven't worn this hat in so long, by the way. So I have no idea. I also kind of do like that it's pretty much giving like off like an actual safari hat, so which is pretty much cool. But I think the rest of it is pretty much nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it. Only thing it just like have weird about it is just pretty the snakes as a headband. So which is very something. But still, this is a cool hat to wear, by the way. Really is. Alright, so let's go ahead and show the next one. The next one is the one-eyed tiger topper. It's like a pants for your head. So pretty much we have is a whole entire like a whole entire like stuffy tiger hat. So which is interesting. I do not know how I got this hat. I do not remember seeing this hat at all. I'm just giving the point right there. But, like, what type of hat is this, actually? Like, I know it's a tiger, but, like, where did I get this hat from, by the way? It's gotta be from Mythical Wartron 9000. Because, like I said before, just saying one more time, I have so many, like, hats, by the way, that are kind of, like, weird. So, I can't say this one's being weird. I'm not entirely sure. It's basically like an, it's basically like something I'll probably like rip off a toy, rip off the tail, and I'm guessing what else it has. Is that a basket? Yeah. It's sort of like a ripped off like a whole entire stuffy, like a little like tiger stuffy. Rip the head off, by the way. Rip the tail, put it in a basket, and here's the hat. This hat feels so interesting. I don't know who came up with this hat, by the way. I'm guessing a action hero does, by the way. But I guess he pretty much love ripping tigers' heads off, by the way, and pretty much tails, which I'm talking about the toy, by the way. So which is very interesting. So yeah. So that's all I can pretty much say for this one. So I guess cool hat. Alright, so let's go ahead and pretty much show the next one. The next one is the Hero of Power, which is, why are there so many of these? Okay, yellow, orange, Yep, 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 and yep. Just gonna get very past through it, by the way. Also, I actually do remember wearing this hat, by the way. This hat is very interesting, by the way. Or should I say hairstyle, by the way. I do love how the hairstyle looks, by the way. It got like blonde going on, with kind of like with the braided pigtails, by the way, which is cool. With like the bracelets on there, by the way. That's actually a very good hairstyle to wear for 8 actually here, by the way. I think I remember wearing just the regular default one, by the way, but I have not entirely sure because I haven't worn this hat in a very long time, by the way. But if you guys like this hat, that is pretty much cool because this is one of the most very interesting hats I pretty much like wear for a action hero, so which is pretty much nice. And it's also probably one of the most like very interesting hairstyle too, so which is also pretty much nice too. So which is pretty much great. So let's go ahead and show off the next one. The next one is the Hero Surprise, another pants for your head. And this one is pretty much a literal toy, what is it, toy wrestler. Yeah, that is cool. Also, I feel like this one is from Winterfest. So we pretty much have, it's pretty much a whole entire like a Winterfest box, by the way, with like a bow tie. And what's inside of it is pretty much a whole entire like toy wrestler. So which is pretty much cool. I have never even worn this hat before, by the way. This is my first time actually like wearing this hat, by the way. So this is my actual reaction. Cause I mean, this hat don't look weird, by the way. It's just that why do you have a whole entire like present in your head with a whole entire toy wrestler, by the way? I mean, I guess that's probably a toy for a action hero, by the way. Even though that pretty much he's a whole entire grown up zombie. But still, this is a cool hat though. I don't know what else to say about it. All I can say that it's a pretty much cool hat, and pretty much it's not Christmas though. So yeah. So cool hat. Alright, so let's go ahead and pretty much show the next one. We got 2 more left. We got the battery flapper, another pants for your head. Okay. This is a ooh, hold up. This actually does look cool, by the way. So it's pretty much a whole entire like bat robot hat, which is cool. Got the batteries on there that's pretty not like in place, so which is okay. Do love how the wings are moving as well, and with the lights on the back as well. That's pretty much cool, and well also with the front of it too. Yeah, the front of it is pretty much cool as well. Okay, so yeah, this is the one of the most very interesting hat I've pretty much seen. I have no idea how a action hero come up with this hat, by the way, but I guess he pretty much do like making hats like this, by the way. And I do like how the headband is pretty much laid the wires, by the way, so that's also pretty much cool as well. So this is a very nice hat, by the way. I'll probably like pretty much like use pretty much like on my own time maybe. Alright, and we got one more hat to show, and that is the lifeguard stand. Another pants for your head. And this one right here is also is also interesting. So we have a whole entire lifeguard going on with the whistle, and I do like how it pretty much like that's part of, yeah, it looks like part of the whistle, which is also a whole entire headband as well, which is cool. With the crab and a fish on there, by the way. I think it's, yeah. No, it's just a crab on there. Okay, that's interesting. And then the rest of it, pretty much a whole entire like safari. So that's pretty much cool. It doesn't feel like a whole entire lifeguard hat though, by the way. It feels like a safari hat, like another one. So that's pretty much nice. But still, this is one of the very interesting hats I pretty much like seen, by the way. I don't know how he got the whistle whole entire like tied up like that, by the way. I guess it was his first job, and I guess he probably messed it up. But I have no idea. It's pretty much playing for zombies. But still, this is a cool hat though. I can maybe think about running this, but I'm not entirely sure because I have not mostly seen most of these hats before, by the way. So yeah, but still, cool lifeguard hat. All right. So which one is y'all favorite for this whole entire list? Is it the action camera, the battle cat blast hat, the lunch adorable, the groovy hair, rainbow fantastic hair, the mighty mistake helmet, glam town, slithering scale cap, one-eyed tiger topper, hero power, hero surprise, Bachelor flapper, or the lifeguard stand. Let me know in the comment down below which one's y'all favorite hat in this whole entire list. But yeah, but what and one, I'm gonna go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoy, sure I know what to do. So I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next video. Bye.